Here's a feedback session for an MMI question with our experts. Check out the original question in the captions.
Great, thank you. So station 6, we gave you another scenario. What type of scenario would you say that this was?
Conflict of interest.
Okay, anything else that comes to mind?
Potentially kind of a moral, ethical dilemma also.
Potentially, yes. So this one, of course, there's a lot of different themes that you could definitely intersect. This was definitely professional boundaries.
Oh, right.
Conflict of interest, and of course, potentially ethical dilemma. So let's look at your response. Of course, introduction was good. Recap was good. I said not looking at the screen. That's good. Eye contact. Improvement from last time. Of course, you went into how this was problematic and that you would not judge the coach based on their past. So that's good. You're already remaining to be non-judgmental and seeking to get some information. Now, you said that I want to go about this a casual way. That, to me, a little bit problematic because at beginning, it's okay to go about it casual way, but when you need to become stern, you have to kind of become stern, right? Because going about a casual way could mean weeks in until you actually get something, right? So sometimes that in itself could be problematic. So you could say is non-confrontational, right? Pull them aside and respectfully, gather some information in a non-judgmental way, and casually ask him, right? Rather about casual way, it's a bit vague. So you went into, of course, wanting to talk to the player as well, but you didn't really go into the dialogue of what that would look like. Okay, keep in mind, of course, not violating any laws. So you focus in on the fact that it wasn't potentially illegal, right? So let's look at this in the structure again for 3 steps, right? Investigate, of course, educate when you can, highlighting consequences and solving. So when you investigate in this case, what you need to do is, yes, certainly you want to gather information by talking to the coach, finding out what's happening, but asking questions relevant to the prompt, right? Sharing rides, having a crush on him, texting, right? Spending a lot of time with each other. So what that means is what you need to do is find out some of these things, right? Mention that they worked together previously. So it could very much be that they've established a very professional relationship as a coach and as a player, which is why they're relatively close. Sharing rides, that could be something as innocent as carpooling. Sometimes a lot of teammates do that. Texting, that could be something that's done amongst the entire team. Texting has become the new form of communication nowadays. So that could be something that's quite normal, right? So gathering that information on one hand, finding out what's happening, and if it happens to be all those things, maybe perhaps this player is leaning on him because she's going through something personal and she trusts him. If it's innocent, right, regardless if it's innocent, this in itself still has some implications. So you still need to educate this coach, right? Go into the matter of letting him know that, this could be seen as favoritism, right? This could, you could be neglecting other players. And at the same time, this could ruin the dynamic of the team, cause friction when they're playing a sporting event. And that's not good for the team, right? That's not good for the well-being of the team, which is the pressing issue here, right? Then, of course, you need to talk to the player, find out what's happening, see how you can help out. Now, if in fact you approach and there are some potential red flags at that point that come about, what you need to do right there is be more direct in how you educate. What are the consequences? Right? Instead of saying something along the lines of, I know this does not go against the law, this is quite frankly unethical, right? This is exerting power. We don't even know the age at this point because, right, things are left vague at this point. And in any way, this, this could make it for violation of a lot of the university protocols, right? Which could put a lot of these players at harm, at risk, or just making them feel uncomfortable, right? So if that's the case, you need to educate and follow the protocols, right? The HR protocols that you might have at the university. And you could even say that. Follow the HR protocols, but break down what you would say. What are the consequences? Of course, follow up with the player. Make sure that she's okay, right? Have a private conversation.
Okay.
Now, in the sense that this is okay, right? You've solved it, whether it be you just let him know and he spends time with everyone else now, or, with the case that you've reported it. Whatever sense it might be, I think that it's very good to think about being proactive moving forward. So that's sitting the team down. First and foremost, the fact that he knows she has a crush on him, this is a rumor that sparked up because they spent too much time together. This isn't language that you want to be using as a team, and that's something you want to educate the team. Additionally, texting, maybe that's crossing and blurring the lines of being professional. So what you need to do is email, right? Email and calls from now on, right? So I wanted you to be a bit more assertive here because this is, quite frankly, very much a hot topic of what's happening, right? What's happening in the community with assault and things coming to light and exerting power in the workplace or in any place, really. So I needed you to kind of be a bit more assertive. You know, I appreciated the fact that you're relaxed at the beginning with like gathering information, but try to tackle the key things mentioned in the actual prompt.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, any questions with that?
Yeah, I think I was a little curious as to how they know she has a crush on him, but yeah, you answered that. That you need to investigate that. So okay.
Absolutely, good.